SouFLoTV. And my TV that man. But it's when the granny back foot a go on in ya. Kiss me granny neck back. Oi! Hi, hello. It's not yours. Put it down. If you never work for it, put it that if you teach the people them things. SouFLo. Come look on this. Alright, so if you come from where we come from, then you've probably seen or heard some mother telling her son, keep your drugs money. I don't want it. I don't want your dirty money. We've seen it either in a movie or in person, right? This story right here is a Dear SouFLo story. And this story is about some dirty money that was used or is being used to do some clean things. Now, let's get right into the story. Welcome back to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It is your host with the most. Hit that subscribe button, please. Click the bell next to the subscribe button so you are notified every time a new video goes up on SouFLoTV. All right, I'm reading, so bear with my reading. Hey, SouFLoTV. I came across your channel a few years ago and did not think much of it, but I recently rediscovered you and I must give credit to you for the tremendous growth and maturity. I did not subscribe back then, but I am a subscriber now, and I see that you are still with the same woman and have some beautiful children together, which I admire. So let me just say big ups to you for that. All right, thank you. My story is about how I was disowned by my Jamaican family and how I became the richest person in my family. I am from the inner city of Kingston, Jamaica. I am what they would call a ghetto girl, but I did not let that define me or set limits. I went through so much suffering and poverty in Jamaica, from being raped multiple times to losing close family members to guns and violence, to growing up without the basics, as in proper, safe place to live, or nice clothes and shoes, or even food in the house sometimes. I came to the USA on a work visa and I never returned to Jamaica. Typical story, but this is not about my immigration status. This is more about what I had to do to make ends meet. While I was visiting the US, my first visit, I met a man in California who told me that he just loved how I looked and that I would be perfect for a new movie he was filming. He gave me a card to call him, and I thought I was going to be in a Hollywood movie and become a big star. But instead, I ended up on a porn set. This is how I was introduced to the adult film industry. I made my first 5,000 US dollars in 1 day of work. To be honest, there was a lot of excitement that came with it. And I am a very sexual person anyways, so I did not feel too bad about earning money this way. This is also how I got my green card, through the adult entertainment company which hired me. I was discovered in a porn movie by a family member who not only told my parents in Jamaica, but showed them my videos. And I was disowned, to say the least, by my family because of my profession. My father said I was an embarrassment and a whore, and he did not want people associating his family with me or laughing after his family. So I was not welcomed there anymore. My mother told me to stay where I am at and make life there for myself, but she would be good if she never saw me again. This was in my early years, getting myself together and starting out. I was determined to be successful by any means necessary, regardless. So, although I was hurt to the core about my parents' rejection, it did not stop me from doing what I had to do in America. As the years rolled by, I was able to learn the industry I was working in, and I went from a worker to a boss with a company of my own and got super rich in the industry. Today, I have several models on OnlyFans who make hundreds of thousands of dollars per year, and I get a huge percentage of those earnings. Today, I am the highest earner, or should I say, the richest person in my family. And as the saying goes, the stone that the builder refused. I have used my porn money to take care of my family back home in Jamaica in ways that are nothing short of amazing. My mother and my father, they do not even work anymore. They travel to different Caribbean islands and enjoy life, or they travel around Jamaica whenever they are home. I am currently responsible for 4 tuitions at the University of the West Indies, sending my 2 sisters' children to school and paying 100% of their tuition by myself. I have completely paid off 5 houses in Jamaica over the years, and only one is mine. The other 4 belong to my parents, my sisters, and my brother. The same people who disowned me when they found out that I was doing porn. Not to brag either, but these houses are not small either. My parents' house has 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms and a swimming pool. Just to give you an idea of the type of houses and the type of money I have invested in my family. Sometimes I sit and I think, like, look at the family that despised me and disowned me just a few years ago. Look at how they show me so much love now. I know it is because of what I am able to give them, but I am okay with that because this is what I always wanted to do. I always wanted to get rich so I can take care of my family. My grandmother is currently bedridden and she has 24 hours round the clock care, which is provided by me with my porn money. I no longer do porn scenes because I have so much money because I make so much money on OnlyFans without having to actually physically interact with anyone. Although some people might still say it is degrading or nasty, I have come a long way in life, doing something that no one else in my family wanted to do, and the same something they all looked down on me for is the same thing that feeds them today. I share my story to say, don't judge people because your struggles are different. Some of us are fighting our way out of a very dark place. I know lawyers and doctors who make lots of money, which we can call clean money, and they do not take care of their family the way I do with my dirty money. I don't plan on doing OnlyFans forever either. I am currently heavily invested in real estate, and once this OnlyFans scene dries up, I will have that to stand on and proudly show my face. Until then, I will remain in the shadows, making my money, taking care of my family, and thanking God for rescuing me and providing an opportunity for me to be able to live a good life. Please let me know if you got this email, and if you do read it to your audience, I will be watching for the comments. LOL. I watch you every day anyways. Take care, SouFLoTV, and God bless. Boy, saw. Yeah, like I said from the beginning, we've all heard somebody tell their son, take your drugs money, take your dirty money. I don't want it. I don't want your evil money. Right? Right. She said she was disowned by her family when they found out. Now, me being a father personally, this is the segment where I give my personal opinion. And you, the listening audience, feel free to give your opinion as well. I feel some type of way because as a father, I don't care how much money my daughter could possibly make from doing porn. I would not want to see or know that she's doing porn. I wouldn't want to know she's doing porn, and definitely wouldn't want to see it. So whoever that family member was that not only told her parents but showed them, oh my gosh, I couldn't be brave enough to do it. To take a piece of porn material to a person and say, look, this is your daughter, and show a man his daughter in action in a porn. That's just, I don't know. I couldn't do it. But imagine how the dad felt when he saw his daughter doing that. I'll tell you this, right? Some people are poor, as in financially poor. There are different levels to poor. You can be financially poor, but you are spiritually rich, wealthy. You can be financially poor, but you just have a happy soul, right? Right. So, and you can be financially wealthy and be miserable as hell as well. So there are people, like she said, she came from the inner cities of Kingston. She's what we would call a ghetto girl, but she took an opportunity and she made the most of it. Okay, I'm not from the inner city. I'm not from the ghettos. I don't know what growing up without things feels like, because all my needs were more than met, right? I don't know what going to bed hungry feel like, being in Jamaica and all that. I'm a country boy from a farming community. We had everything in abundance. So I can't speak for somebody who suffered and always wanted to find a way out and grabbed whatever opportunity came their way. I would not be enticed by a director giving me his card and telling me to call him because he's going to put me in a movie. And then when I went, I saw it was a porn movie and I acted out the scene. I would not be interested. Once me says a porn movie, me a cut. Because what? I have never been that destitute. You understand? So I'm not going to speak on her and be the judge like I'm God Almighty. However, I do think that that's a drastic piece of action right there. But something struck me about what she said. She said, let me go back to this part in the letter. Filming gave me card right here. My story is about how I was abandoned, how I was disowned by my Jamaican family, and how I became the richest person in my family. I am from the inner cities of Kingston, Jamaica, what they would call a ghetto girl, but I did not let that define me or set limits. I went through so much suffering and this part. I went through so much suffering and poverty in Jamaica, from being raped multiple times to losing family members to guns and violence, to growing up without the basics, as in a proper, safe place to live, or nice clothes and shoes, or even food in the house. That part, being raped multiple times. We've had this discussion before in SouFLoTV where we talk about, the traumatization that follows after something like that happens to a person. And we've seen the different outcomes. Some female get raped, right? And they change completely. Like they turn into what you call a bull dyke. Like she swears off men for the rest of her life. She cannot find any enjoyment in being in the company of any man because of that traumatic event that happened to her. For some people, it's their first experience that was forced upon them. And now they grow up identifying as, well, I wonder why this happened to me. Maybe it's because I'm actually gay. Maybe it's because I actually like girls. And then they go that way, something because of confusion. And then some people, they get promiscuous, right? Because they feel like, well, if people were taking my body against my will, then I'm going to have some fun with my own body too. And I'm going to give it willingly. And they go around and just give it away a lot, right? To a lot of people. And they become promiscuous. So somebody like that who goes, oh, I love sex, and they get promiscuous, they fall into the porn industry, adult film entertainment industry. They will probably thrive in that environment. Not thrive as in thrive mentally, spiritually, but they will probably thrive as in getting the work done and having fun doing it, right? Boy, again, I don't want to be a judge. I wish all the best for her. I like what she did with her money, though, because she actually went back, rekindled the relationship with her family, obviously, and now she is like the major breadwinner. She has put people in positions to where they can be happy with their own life, like her mother and father, who weren't able to provide a good life for themselves, even as a couple. Their daughter really saved them, because now they live in a nice house with pool in the back. And now they travel to all the other Caribbean islands, and they travel around Jamaica when they are home. That's luxury living. And that luxury living comes from your daughter doing something that you find absolutely disgusting. Same thing for her siblings. Everybody has a house, and she is sending their children to university and paying the bills 100%. Hear this out. There's a lot of money out here to be made, okay, in today's day and age. OnlyFans is one of the places where women are making, and men too, are making money. And when I say money, I'm talking about a salary of $100,000 a year, 200,000. Some people are making millions a year, 1.5 million, 2.5 million dollars a year off OnlyFans. The way she described and break down her own company and said that now she doesn't have to do porn scenes anymore. She paid her dues in the porn world. Now she doesn't have to touch anybody because she has her own site. Not only that, she runs a company that has multiple employees who all have the same type of sites, and she gets a percentage of their business. That's feasible. Good luck to her is all I can say. What I really want to say, though, for the trauma that you experienced growing up, which led you down this road, you found financial success. I hope you use some of this money to get you some therapy so you can find inner peace as well, right? With that said, I'll leave this video right here for our listening audience to pass their judgment or say your piece in the comment section below. I'll catch y'all on the next video. Walk good. And remember, karma is real. I'm out. Peace.